Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Hope you guys are having an excellent start to your Friday. It is Friday, about to work our way into our weekend, so I'm sure a lot of people are feeling a lot better this morning as opposed to a Monday morning, especially with the fact that I do not have to mention severe weather for the first time in the last several days. In fact, we're going to be talking about maybe some winter weather in this video, but I'm not going to keep you guys long this morning. I'm just going to talk about the weather specifically for today. In last night's video, I really broke down the pattern going through the weekend with this winter weather type pattern that's going to be in place over the next few days. So if you guys have not subscribed, definitely consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. You guys got anything I can pray about, please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and more importantly, it gives a lot of others an opportunity to pray over it also. So let's get going here. Let's take a look at what's going on with the satellite. You got a system moving into the northwest. You have a system right here. This is our upper trough. Think of this as a cold front, but a system at the same time. This is bringing its own moisture, and with it, it's going to squeeze out every little bit of moisture as it possibly can. So, in areas right now, Missouri, Illinois, even Iowa, you guys are seeing a little bit of moisture right now, and it's just cold enough in areas where you're seeing some snow showers, some snow flurries. In areas of Kentucky, a little bit later this morning and afternoon, more moisture will really begin to be out there, expand, erupt, if you will, and it'll be in the form of maybe some convective rain showers, some heavier rain showers, but at the surface it's probably going to not be quite cold enough for this to fall snow. But as you're getting into the later evening hours in these areas right here, into the mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee, also in Virginia and West Virginia, the rain will shift to snow, and this will be a decent late season snow event all throughout the weekend for the mountains of these areas that I just mentioned. So very interesting system, as upper troughs tend to bring, just like upper level lows, kind of the same thing, tend to bring their own weather. But these darker shades right here, these are not winter storm warnings or anything like that. These are actually freeze warnings. So, once you start to get to a certain time of the year, especially late in the season, on average, you guys do not get below freezing anymore for low temperatures. So there's a couple other things to go into that also, but you guys have freeze warnings in effect, so be careful out there. Definitely put away plant-sensitive plants and things like that. So frost advisories up for these areas here in the blue shaded colors. And then if you look really hard, you have winter weather advisories in the mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee, and even a winter storm warning up. Like I said, it's going to be impressive late season event for these areas. And a little bit closer look, you can see that winter storm warning up just south of Gatlinburg into a couple counties of North Carolina and the Great Smoky Mountains, where you guys could probably get maybe several inches of snow, especially once you get about 4 or 5, maybe 6,000 feet up. It's definitely possible to likely that that's going to happen. As far as temperatures, upper trough really influencing the weather. Temperatures only getting up into the 30s and 40s for the Ohio Valley as a whole: Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. I don't know if anybody in Tennessee will hit 50 degrees today. Someone might, especially if you can get some breaks and some sunshine. But even into areas of northern Georgia, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, highs will struggle to get out the 40s, and only will probably get into the low 50s. But where this upper trough, think of this as a cold front, has not really fully influenced the weather down here in areas of South Carolina, North Carolina, southern sections of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and obviously Texas, where it's not really influencing the weather at all. Even up the I-95 corridor, up in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, you guys will still rise into the 70s, 60s, depending on where you are, even 50s. Probably more so 50s for the I-95 corridor up in the Northeast. But this is really influencing a lot of folks across the eastern U.S. for sure. And we'll look at the moisture as far as what it looks like moisture-wise with this system. It will begin to pivot through. Let's back this up a little bit. You already have some snow showers that's going to be working their way through eastern portions of Missouri, through Illinois, through the late morning hours. This will continue. And then check out how all this moisture erupts in this area right here in Kentucky, even Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, parts of West Virginia. And in general, the temperatures at the surface are probably going to only be in the 40s, right? Like I just mentioned in the last panel. So at the surface, the temperatures are not going to cooperate for you winter weather fans. But as you're moving into the evening hours, some of this will begin to shift to snow. Even, look at a closer look at the plateau of Tennessee, where you guys have a boost when it comes to winter weather due to the higher elevation. some of these rain showers, as you're getting to 9, 10, 11 p.m., will start to mix with some snow showers. And at this point, it's already snowing in the higher elevations of maybe the real higher elevations, like 4,000 feet up in the air of West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, places like that. But it's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds. I really think this will be a much bigger of a deal as we're getting into our Saturday. But we'll talk about that a little bit more tonight and into your Saturday morning. But it's going to be interesting. You get a little bit closer look here at the southeast. And I really think areas outside the main mountains, like I said, just who knows? Maybe Nashville could see a burst of snow over the next maybe 24 to 48 hours. But, I think for the higher elevations of these mountainous areas I just mentioned, this could be an impressive late season event that's going to last all throughout the weekend. So we're definitely going to be watching these areas. For my folks out west, you guys are going to be pretty warm. Ahead of this system moving into the northwest, it's going to be very warm. In fact, a lot of folks might get to 100 degrees, especially in the desert southwest. But look at the valleys riding all the way up, into Northern California. Temperatures into the 80s, into the mid 90s. Very impressive. Definitely a heat dome type situation, but it's a little bit cooler in the northwest this afternoon and this evening due to the fact that you have moisture moving into these regions. So it's just something we need to watch, and I think that this system is going to be the first of many that really influences our weather for next week as we have multiple rounds of severe weather ongoing. But check out Montana. Montana is very warm this afternoon and evening. Maybe one of your warmest days of 2022 as you're reaching the 60s and 70s for highs, especially outside those mountainous areas of Montana where it's just plains. But as far as rain, definitely a lot of moisture beginning to enter the northwest as you're looking here. Check this out. And then as you're getting into the afternoon and evening hours, the higher elevations will be more so snow. The snow levels are decently low, will become more lower probably as you're getting into the weekend. But this isn't going to be a washout yet, but definitely some showers, snow showers in the higher elevations, Seattle, and then in those valley towns of Oregon, especially the northern sections of Oregon. But really the big story, honestly, is this upper trough moving through and all the moisture associated with it. This will become much more robust. In fact, you look at the latest long-range HRRR model for these areas, and it really becomes much more robust as we're getting into tomorrow afternoon, where you could really have some flakes flying around even outside of the higher elevations. So it'll be interesting to see how this event folds as winter is trying to have a couple more last laughs for certain regions. So that's all I got, guys. Hope y'all guys have a great Friday. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully I'll get back on track with being a little bit more fluent with my videos. I've been a little bit sloppy with the last ones, but my mind is just now starting to relax from the adrenaline that I felt Tuesday. So getting back to just talking weather as opposed to being in it. So thank y'all for tuning in and having patience with me regardless. God bless everybody. Have a great day.